Well, all right, folk. Well, I had to cook. I have a pound of burger here, and I had to hurry up and cook it up. I didn't want it to go bad. I ran out of ice last night, and I took a while to get ice today. So I just said, the heck with it, cook it up so it didn't go bad, and just gonna mix it up in something else and save some for Butchie and chow down. Well, all right, folks. Warm enough to have to bust out the old boots today. Uh, little bit of a breeze, and it was going right through my sneakers, so I had to bust out the boots. And first time in the year putting on the boots and everything, so I feel like freaking Herman Munster out there walking around. Yeah, folks, so with the boots on, definitely a sign the cold is here. And looking at the temperatures, we have a nice weekend coming up. We 60s during the day and 40s at night. That's not bad at all. But when you start hitting into the 30s, even the 30s, mid to high 30s, that's not bad. You're under the covers. Don't feel the cold at all. Even during an Arctic blast, when I'm under those covers, I don't feel it. But it's that morning wake up when you got to get up, get dressed, and get ready. That sucks. So I have the buddy heater up front. I have my big propane tank. I have the hose, and I have last season's filter. I'm going to try and use that again. If it doesn't seem to be working very well, I'll just go to Tractor Supply and get another one. No big deal. But I think it's time to at least get the old buddy heater hooked up, make sure she's working, and get ready for this cold snaps that are going to be coming, because those mornings are horrible. So anyways, going to be looking at that and catch you guys in a bit. Later, folk. So, all right, folk. Well, a big question I always get is how do I stay warm in the van during the winter, especially since I'm always up north in the winter. A lot of people want to know, so I figure I'll show you. So, all right, folks, so my way of staying warm is the buddy heater. Usually about 75, 80 bucks at Walmart, and it works great. In the van, I never have it on high. It's always on low. High will just cook you out of there. It's way too hot. And one of the things I do is I get a filter, and I put the filter on it. And then I have the 20-pound tank. I hook it up to the 20-pound tank because the small green tanks are just not a good enough value. So, all right, folk. So you have the filter hooked up. You have the hose going to the filter, and the filter going to the tank. And another thing you want to do before you use the buddy heater is get some soapy water, something, spray your connections at the tank, spray at the buddy heater, and make sure you don't have any leakage, so you're nice and safe. And this is the way I set my heater up. I have a milk crate that I set it on, and you are safe as long as you don't have stuff. There's a lot of heat comes out from the front and a lot of heat comes out from the top. So it will tell you in the directions the amount of space you need, and then you'll be safe. You don't have to worry about anything. So, all right, folk, and you basically just come over the red handle there. You just push down, hold it down for a minute, push down. It'll turn your pilot on, and poof, you got some heat. And she popped open. She heated right up the first time I hit it. So I'm pretty happy about that. So, all right, we have heat again in the Vanitarium. That's how I stay warm, folk. All right, folks. So woke up to 25 degrees this morning. So it's a good thing I had the buddy heater hooked up and ready to go. However, once it gets dark, you can see exactly how it's running, because in the daytime it's hard to see the flames and everything. But I've noticed when I turn it down on low, I get a lot more blue flame. And it was never like that before. I have read up, and it seems as though that it may be dust, spider webs, and so forth that I have to clean out, and that's why it's doing that. And it only happens on low. So I am going to try and get some compressed air or something and clean her out real good and hope that does the trick. Also, I'm wondering if it could be that filter that I have on it. This is like the second year I've had it, so it could be that. But otherwise, like when I start to turn it up, it goes on high. It clears that right up. So anyways, she's running, she's working. It's nice and warm, so yeehaw. But yeah, I think I just got to clean her up a bit. And if it's not that, then I'm going to try the filter and see if that's the problem. So anyways, warm. Well, all right, folks. Another thing I did want to add is that I do have a carbon monoxide detector for when I'm running the buddy heater. One thing is, even with this and with all the built-in protections that it has, I'm still a bit paranoid to run it, like if I'm sleeping or anything. I usually don't have it running. I will turn it on when we go to bed to get it nice and warm in here, and I turn it on in the mornings so it's nice and warm when you get dressed. Also, sometimes like when we do have like the Arctic blast or whatever, I mean it does get really cold, and even under the blanket you start to feel it. So, but not too bad. I'll still turn it on and leave it on for a bit, but if I start feeling myself going back to sleep, boop, I turn it off. I'm just too paranoid to have it on while I'm sleeping. You never know what could happen. It's got the built-in protections. I have this, so I'm safe in here, and everything's good, and it's nice and toasty, but I just don't want to take any chances. So, all right, folks, so that's how I stay warm. There we go. All right, later, folks, and stay safe. And all right, folk, here is your dose of the Butchie boy. Hey, you want to say hi to folk? Why are you turning from the camera? There you go. Say hi, folk. Hi, folk. All right, big boy. So, all right, folk, well, we got a bit of a rig job for Butchie today. I got this red shirt underneath his harness because it's pretty dang cold out. Like I said, we were hitting like 25. But Denny, a.k.a. the Coffee Maiden, has his jacket because the Velcro was no good. I replaced the Velcro. But sometimes the Velcro will try to peel off. It does really good. It was glued on. But now she's going to put stitching around the ends, so I don't have to worry about it pulling off or anything during the winter, and the coat stays together. So in the meantime, he's got his rig job. Well, all right, folks. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. So, now you see how me and old Butchie stay warm in here, and hopefully his coat gets all set. He's over here staring out the window, barking at people. But yeah, so that's how we stay warm, and it works really well. Some people talk about the fact that it creates condensation and everything, and I'm living in a big metal box with a lot of glass windows, and I don't really think, unless I do some ultra mega type insulation in this thing, I don't think there's any stopping that. So for the most part, you keep an eye on it, make sure there's no mold, make sure you stay healthy, make sure you stay safe, and it's good to go. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. So don't forget, always forward to the next adventure. The vlog is down. Hey, Butchie boy. Later, folks.